What's up, everybody? This is Manson Musa Jr., and I will be having a co-host with me on the show, Inspiration for You and Me. And our thing is going to be controlling your emotions is key. I'll wait for a little bit of people to get in here. Everybody need to get in, and we're going to start and do what we have to do. Haven't been on in a while. I've been actually getting myself together, doing what I have to do, which is always a great thing. Because right now it's very key, controlling your emotions. It's a lot of people going through a lot of things that they don't know what to do with their emotions. They're all over the place, and it's bothering them. A lot of people don't have discipline to do it. A lot of people having cabin fever. They don't want to be inside the house, And right now, that's key, and that could save your life. A lot of people don't understand that, but they're going to learn real fast because that's just the way it is. You don't control your emotions, you're in trouble. And this is just I wanted to come through on YouTube because I haven't been on in a while. I've been on a lot of other social medias, a lot of different social medias, doing what I have to do, and I'm actually speaking from experience of saying controlling your emotions is key. As me personally, I've actually backed away for a specific reason to be able to control how I was feeling and what was going on certain social medias. And you have to really keep yourself together because you're talking to people. You can actually change people's lives. You can affect them in a positive way, a negative way. And if you don't do it the right way, you're actually held responsible for that. And a lot of people don't understand that, but I do, and I don't take it lightly. If I have one person following me and listening to me, or 100, 500 to 1,000, I don't care if it's 1,000,000. People are looking at you and they're listening to you and they're following you for a reason. So you just can't just speak anything that you want, because you're going to affect people. And that's one thing that I'm going to try to let people understand, and know that it's not a joke. You should take people that follow you seriously, because a lot of people will do a lot of mean and hurtful things to you, and that's how some people are. Some people will follow you. Some people, they'll follow you but not like you. They'll do a lot of things to you, and you really have to understand that people will come from all angles, and it'll be for good and it'll be for bad. So you have to be ready and have your mind frame ready, because if you don't, it affects you, which will affect your family. And a lot of people don't take that in consideration in dealing in this social media, because it'll have your emotions all over the place, And I'll actually get into me actually letting you know what had me feeling the way I was feeling about this certain platform right here. This platform. and what it did to me. And there was a certain person, I'm not going to say who it is because I didn't actually ask them, you know what I mean, to actually put them on here and speak about it, and about what we talked about. So if I don't speak about it with you, like, I won't ever put you out here like that. So if I don't do that and we don't speak, and you feel a certain type of way that, hey, why you ain't give me my accolades? You know, we have to talk before I actually put you on here. You know, because that could rub people the wrong way. And I don't, like, right now I don't have the time to rub people the wrong way, to do whatever they want to do to me. I really just don't have that type of time, because we're actually, like, me, I feel like I'm behind the 8 ball. And I always perform better like that, but I'm starting to notice that I can't always be there in that position because of what I do and how I maneuver and certain people that are watching me, you know, from other platforms, you know, other platforms as in Facebook. Facebook is a really big one. A lot of people don't like dealing with it, but I have a lot of people that respect me on there and really listen to what I say. And I actually have a lot of extra things going on for the Scheme of Things TV that's going to be coming out, and I'm going to need a lot of people to come out and be who they're going to be, which is key to controlling your emotions. Because I can't have to watch people like a babysitter. People have to be adults and be really adults and say, hey, this is what I'm doing, and this is what I'm going to do, and really be that person that they say they are. You know, because I don't have time to clip people off and have to start over, and me trying to be on a lot of different social medias. It takes a toll on you. It takes a toll on you, and I'm here to tell you, people that say that it doesn't, they're lying. They're actually lying to you, because they probably have a million people that are behind them. I'm a one-man band right now, and all the things that I'm controlling is very, 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 very hard for me. In the beginning, it was fantastic. It was it was great. But as I started to really, like, master what I was doing, the brand, and I was moving forward more and more, I started to see things that started to get very hard for me. It started to get very stressful. It started to move my emotions all over the place. And I didn't like it. And I was like, and I saw it personally, because a lot of people that I know personally are big on social media, and nobody actually gave me that knowledge to that's what it was going to do to me. Specifically YouTube. And it took a lot out of me in YouTube to be able to function. So that's why I had to actually back away from it, because it was taking a lot from me. It was affecting me personally. It was affecting my family, and I couldn't have that, because my family is the only thing that I have. You know what I'm saying? That backs me and loves me and is always there. You know, and there's people that are on the social media that rely on certain things from me, and if I'm not 100%, what am I going to be able to give to you? I'm not going to be able to give you anything, because I'll fall off and I won't be who I'm supposed to be. And that's the thing that people really have to realize on here, that you have to have all your I's dotted and all your T's crossed, because this is actually a serious thing. It's a very, very serious thing. And a lot of people, I don't know for other people. For me, I take it seriously. Other people, I don't know what they do. but I do. I take it seriously. And I just wish the best for a lot of people on here. A lot of people, they probably was like, well, where'd you go? Like you were here, and we're in a quarantine, and we would think that you would be here more because it's quarantine. But for me, it actually is like the opposite. I had to do certain things because everybody was in my face. Everybody in my family, they were constantly there, constantly there, constantly there. So I had to give them majority of my time and look at them. And you gotta understand, like, this YouTube is secondary. Social media is secondary. If you don't have your home right, you're never going to be right. And a lot of people don't function like that. And that's them. You know, I don't fault people for how they want to move, but that's me personally. But I see that it affects people because of the way I move, because they're like, hey, I don't understand how you're doing that. But that's just me personally. Because I have to be there for my family first. It's family, it's you, and then the extension is you and your family, your immediate family, and then it's your family that's outside of your immediate family that you're dealing with on a day-to-day basis. And like right now, I haven't seen my father. My father's sick. I haven't seen him. I haven't talked to him because we're not allowed to talk to him because he's in a home. They shut everything down, and that threw me for a loop. I didn't like that because I'm used to talking to my father continuously all the time, and I didn't get to I don't get to talk to him like that. And it's been a while since this happened that I haven't talked to him. So that's another thing that bothers me, and that's something that I got to deal with. So I'm dealing with a lot of things, and I know a lot of other people are, but a lot of people might not be that type of person that puts themselves out there like that. Me, from the beginning, if you follow me from the beginning, King Geo, Mr. Random, it's a lot of people that follow me from the beginning. They know how I am, and I've always been truthful, and sometimes it might be at a fault, but I'm a lot better and I'm stronger and knowing what I'm doing. So it doesn't really bother me to have to say it, because in the beginning I was really like, I didn't know how people would take it, but it's just me, and I did it like that. But now I'm a lot better. So now I don't try to get all egotistical, because that's not me. I don't like being egotistical. I used to be like that. I don't do that crap no more. But right now we in a hard time, man. People don't know what's going on. They have no clue, and it's affecting people. I actually want to take this microphone out of here. I actually want to take this out of here. And actually, and also I wanted to talk about, oh, there it goes. And actually I wanted to talk about the podcast. The podcast is, that thing's starting to take off and do what it's doing, and it's like you gotta, you say you want something, you gotta be ready for it. If you're not ready for it, you shouldn't start something that you're not ready for. And it's not saying that I wasn't ready for what I'm doing. I knew exactly what I was doing, but it just, there's people that look for what I do. They look for it weekly, regardless of what I'm going through personally, emotionally, mentally, and physically. They just don't care about that. They want to know, are you going to be there? And if you got a brand, you have to be there, because they have to be able to trust in what you say and in your brand, that you're going to be there. Because it's certain things that you do on a daily basis. You expect it to be there. You expect it to be there. You expect, if you pay your bills, for your TV and your lights and everything to be on. You expect it. So if you come home and it's not on, it's a shocker to you. So you have to move accordingly to that. Because your kids don't, if you got kids in the house, they don't want to hear that somebody else made a mistake. They want to say, hey, Dad, Mom, hey, what's going on? I'm looking to you. Why isn't the lights on? And that's key. So what do you do then? You have to dig your cleats in. You got to be that person that people expect, because it's a brand. It's you. So if you're not portraying who you really are, buddy, you are in trouble. You're in trouble putting yourself on social media, because eventually you're gonna fall off, because it's not you, and you don't. It takes a lot of energy for you to portray something else. You could do it for a while, but what are you gonna do when you can't do it anymore? What are you gonna do? You gonna cry? You gonna quit? And then you'll come back on, and people will look at you like, yo, I can't believe in you anymore, because you portrayed one thing and now you're trying to portray something else in me. So how can I trust that? Is that really you? Or is that one of your many personalities? If it's one of your many personalities, nobody's gonna follow you. You're never gonna be what you're supposed to be. And it's gonna be a bad time for you. It's gonna be a very, 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 very bad time for you. And you're gonna have really bad feedback. And me, I'm not for having bad feedback, because what I'm giving you is really me. And you're getting it clear and uncut. That's just the way it is. And that's just the way I am. So it's either you're gonna like me or you don't like me. Because I either, people really like me and they're like, oh, or I rub people in a bad way, because it's just like, oh, that guy. That's just, it's always happened to me, like, regardless. And it used to bother me. It don't bother me anymore. So it's either you like me or you don't. But I just try to be truthful to people. And for you to be like that, and on here, you have to have your emotions, you have to have them tight. You have to have them tied tight and right. Because it can come back to bite you if you're not mentally stable and mentally there for people. And especially in the niche that I'm doing. The niche that I'm doing is you're almost inspiring people, and you're giving them knowledge, and you're there. So you're emotionally getting people riled up. So if you're not doing it in the right way, you're gonna hurt people. And if you can't take how people are gonna react to you, this might not be the niche for you. Maybe you need to do some entertainment, do some practical joking, find something else to do. Because this niche that I'm walking down is a very thin line. So you have to be able to walk it and keep going. You know what I'm saying? People are going to fall off and they're going to come back. You know what I'm saying? You're going to lose people that will maybe never come back. And that's just the way it goes. And I'm noticing a lot of that. And that's the way you actually have to be. So
setting a scheduled time.
hold on. But yeah, but that's basically actually like what you have to do is like you have to control your emotions for because some people will actually try to prey on your emotions to try to get a certain type of reaction out of you, and it's not a good thing for some people that if you can't control it. And me, I can actually tell somebody like exactly how I feel, without having to make them uncomfortable or me uncomfortable. And that's how you have to be. And that was me from just going through certain aspects of my life from before. You have to be able to control everything that you're dealing with. And it takes a very strong person to be able to do that. And there's sometimes that I fall off and I wanna, you know, get upset, and then it's like I can't. Certain people look at me like it's certain things like I'll do. I remember for one time, I'll give you an example. I had a dog. My one dog. I had a kennel, and my one dog was doing something, and it was acting crazy, and I was like, "What?" And it actually jumped up and it bit me. So I was like, "What the heck?" And I went to go do something. I turned and I seen like in my peripheral my son looking at me, and I was like, and I had to catch myself like, oh, because he was looking at everything I was doing, and I was like, no, I can't be like that. I can't be like that because he's watching me. And if he's watching me and he sees me not controlling my emotions, then and if he looks up to me, then he'll be like, it's okay for him to be like that. And there's certain things with my sons like and my children, I don't want them to be a certain way because it took me a while to have to get over that emotional hump to be what I am, and my kids don't know that. So they're disconnected from that, knowing what I had to go through to be what I am, because they just see the finished product and me trying to be better continuously every single day. They've never seen me flying off the handle, me being mean and nasty to people. They've never seen that. So for me to do that in front of them, they'll be like, "Whoa!" It'll put them in the shock. And I actually don't want them to be that type of person. So I have to actually watch myself and what I'm doing. And most of the time, that's what I'm out here doing right now. It's just trying to control what I'm doing. So that was a little thing that I wanted to get on. It was a little short thing right now. There's a little lot. Control your emotions, because right now in this day and time, it's life and death. If you cannot control your emotions, it'll get you hurt. It'll get you hurt out here. So just control your emotions and be the better person. Be the better person, because you see the type of thing that we're going through right now. A lot of people can't do it. So if you haven't worked on yourself in this quarantine time, it's going to be very hard for you in the future because you didn't work on yourself. You have to do it. And even me, I worked on myself even more, because sitting still like this, some people can't do it. Being on a standstill, losing your job, being laid off, or being laid off to a certain point until this is over, and then we can go back to work. People are losing money. They're losing a lot of things, and some people will never recover from this. And it's a bad time for people. People are snapping out. People are committing suicide. And that's one thing that they're not telling people, because they're still dealing with the, we don't know what's happening. We can't control it. And people are actually hurting themselves. People are vanishing, killing themselves, they're dying, they're getting sick. And I actually have people that are actually becoming sick from whatever they have out here. And it's a bad thing. So just control your emotions and be the better person. Because if you don't, it's life or death. Y'all be cool. It's Manson Musa Jr. with another live one for you. And I'll see y'all in a little bit. Y'all have a good night.